Hello everyone. So in today's video, we are going to talk about Instagram's edits. In case you didn't know today, Instagram has decided to release a new video editing app called Edits, which was designed to compete with the likes of CapCut and other competitors. I remember when I first saw edits, so I decided to essentially, like add it to the reminder like to download because that's what Apple does. Like if an app is gonna come soon, they give you this thing like, where you can just put a reminder so that way when the app is ready to be downloaded and released, it will download automatically. So that's what I did with edits. Now I decided to actually properly use edits first before I actually make a video. I didn't just want to hop on and say, "Oh, look, everyone, there's edits," that type of thing. I said, "Let me just use this thing first of all before I tell you my experience." Now, before I get into all the main stuff with edits, here is one thing that you guys have to note. So, if you're like a YouTube creator, for example, especially if you guys are one of all those YouTube creators and you love editing horizontal videos and long form content, even if you're not like a YouTube editor, but you're someone who makes a lot of long form content, let me just tell you something: edits is not for you. In fact, you see what Instagram said when I tried to actually use edits to make a YouTube video. It says videos must be under 10 minutes to export. Only videos under 3 minutes will be recommended to non followers on Instagram. They're telling you that if your video is long, they're not even going to recommend your video to other people except your followers. So I'm just telling you, edits is not for people who make long form content. If you're someone who makes short form content, then please make sure you use edits. Now, anyway, let's get into some of the features that edits has. For starters, when you edit videos with edits, essentially you get to add overlays to your videos. So if you want to add extra videos now, you can do that with edits. When editing with edits, you actually have the text to speech feature. And to be very honest with you, I love Instagram's text to speech feature with edits. Like I really love it so much. Like this sounds are actually pretty unique, and you guys can hear some of the sounds right now.
Welcome to Tropics by Hotel Sunshine.
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 Edits also has a noise reduction feature, which I think is really, really nice. And you guys should actually try using it, especially if now that you film in noisy areas. Now, with the text to speech feature, one thing I like is this. So, supposing now that you don't want the text to show whenever you use that text to speech, you can actually disable
Good
the layer
morning.
and it will make the text invisible,
Good
but
morning.
the audio will still be listened to. And you don't have to move your text off screen to do that. But then let me just tell you, if you move your text off screen and you want to add another text on edits, well, it will be difficult because you can't bring that thing back without having to basically delete the edit and then edit everything all over again. So you need to just be careful, okay? It is still possible to achieve such. You just need to move the text to speech layer on a higher layer and then disable it so that way you don't delete any other thing or make anything else invisible. Now, since edits is powered by Instagram, you have all of Instagram's trending sounds. Now, since a lot of artists and so on use Instagram, like to put up their sounds and everything, you have access to all of their sounds that you can use easily. So this is basically an advantage that I would say that they have over CapCut because CapCut doesn't do this. And with any music you add, you can either fade in or fade out the audio. And I think it's a really nifty feature. Now with edits, you also have like the ability to add captions, but I really like their captions customization here because with their customization, you can just pick like different styles, you can pick different types of fonts, you can actually change the colors in a super customizable way. Like this is just really, really nice in my opinion. Now, features such as background removal are also achievable with edits, but however, Whatever you're removing the background from has to be an overlay. It cannot be what is on the main track already. Now you have the option to adjust your brightness, contrast, warmth, and so on. You can adjust all those things. You can add like different filters as well to your videos based on your taste. Instagram has a lot of things that you can add here with edits. You also have different video effects and different video transitions that you can add to the videos as well to make your videos unique. At the same time, you have extra things that you can add to your edits, such as like um sound effects, or if you want to add things like stickers. You can even like do things where you can alter your voice with edits as well. Now if you're using edits, here are some other things that I would say that you guys should note. Now if you're somebody who's coming from CapCut, let me just tell you, not every feature that's on CapCut is on edits. Let me just be very honest with you. So I wanted to edit this one video, and essentially the features that I needed for that video, I couldn't find them on CapCut. Like for example, masking. Edits does not have masking at all in any capacity. No masking, nothing, nothing, nothing. Edits also doesn't have keyframes as well. So if you're somebody who relies on keyframes when it comes to editing videos, edits does not have that either. Another technical thing that you guys should know about edits is this. Now, edit does have a snapping feature where it will snap in accordance to the aspect ratio. Now, it is important to note that edits only snaps in the y-axis and not the x-axis. It's also important to note that you cannot even change the aspect ratio when you're editing a video. Like for example, now let's say now that I edit a video and I want the thing to be in 16:9, and I import all my media in edits, I'm not able to actually change this at all. Like you can't change it. The cropping feature isn't even here in edits as well. So I wanted to edit a video and I needed a cropping feature, and I couldn't crop anything. I had to basically go into um my photo editor and crop everything manually from there. It was really, really annoying in my opinion. So yeah, there are just a lot of other things that you cannot do on edits that you can do on other editors like CapCut and so on. Now, I'll just say that edit's main selling point is the fact that they don't have any pro features yet. Like how we have CapCut Pro, where now that they have put most of their features behind the paywall, Edits doesn't have that yet. And that's the main selling point that they have right now. You can export your videos in SDR or HDR quality, or in the 1080p or 2K or 4K format. You can't do all those things with edits right now, as those things are not locked behind a paywall. Even additional features that CapCut has put behind the paywall, like captions or something like background remover and so on, those things are free on edits right now. Now, for me, in my opinion, I'll just tell you that edits is not for every type of video editor. Now, if you're somebody who just wants to edit something simplistic, not something that has too much to do, then use edits if you want to. At least everything is still free right now. That's what I'll just tell you. I tried to edit like this one video with edits, and I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do there at all. It was so horrible. So I had to end up using CapCut for PC to edit that one video. But then I still made like two other videos from edits. I think I'll post like one and two on my Instagram, and I will put a link to the description so you can see what I did with edits. But what I believe the edit is doing is quite simple. Right now, they're making everything free. By making everything free, it's going to attract more users. And it's not going to be free forever. At some point, they're going to put everything behind a paywall. Trust me. That is what I believe they're going to do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. I may be right. I don't know. But that is my personal belief. Like, that's where my belief is going to. Now, they're doing this thing so that that way they can grab as many users as possible. And in the end, when the time comes, they are going to make everything paid. I believe that gradually, maybe they may add extra features that CapCut has, but then, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, as soon as you finish editing a video and you export that video, you can immediately export the thing to, Instagram, and then upload it there. And then you can even see like your metrics as well for any videos you upload and everything. And I think that's really cool. You can see those things with edits too. So I'll just tell you this. If you want to use the free stuff that edits has to offer, like, no webmark, no paid features and so on. Just go on the Play Store or App Store and download edits and use it to your heart's content. Edit your heart and soul out on edits right now while you have the chance. Because when they make their stuff paid, I watched too much Doctor Who. Anyway, so will you be using edits, and why? Just leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment. All those things help. Okay, so bye.